Hey, how's it going everyone? Teysind here, and today I want to talk about my thoughts on region-specific or region-exclusive video game collector's editions. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while now because it's something I encounter quite often and something that combination of upsets and sort of frustrates me, especially when it's to do with a series that I love quite a lot. And I'm sure the same goes with people all over the world. You know, this is either whether places like Japan get an edition that the rest of the world doesn't get, North America gets edition that Europe and Australia doesn't get, even vice versa. You know, it seems to be something that happens to go like either way depending on the game and the edition, etc. So one example that really got me frustrated, you could say, recently is the Zelda Breath of the Wild Special and Master Edition that was announced in North America. In Australia, we ended up getting a limited edition, which although costs more than the Master Edition, it didn't actually include the Sheikah carrying case. And then people from Europe who actually were far more frustrated than me because their limited edition actually didn't include the carrying case, it didn't include the Sheikah coin, and it didn't include the tapestry sort of worn world map. And I found that really sort of a shame, especially going off Nintendo saying, you know, making games region free, but you know, we don't seem to get region-free editions also, you know. It's this edition contains this there and it doesn't contain it there, and vice versa. Another example of a game series that frustrates me about the collector's edition, this is something I found out from a friend who was also, you know, a bit annoyed to hear this and find this out, and that is the Tales of Berseria collector's edition that is coming out in North America. Is different to the Tales of Berseria collector's edition coming out in Europe, Australia, etc. And in a way that it sort of it may affect the experience of people playing this game who own the collector's edition in Europe, because the North American collector's edition, for example, comes with a prequel manga, which we don't actually get here in Europe. We just get a like an art book or so as a substitute for that, or I'm assuming as a substitute for that. And I found that quite disappointing because that's a story-related item, you know, and there are other things that are different about the collector's edition here. A couple things. One that comes off my head is like the steelbook. We have a different sort of a cover, which I prefer the North American one, but there's smaller things, you know, we still are getting a steelbook, but that whole prequel manga being excluded from the other collector's editions I found quite disappointing, because I want to go into this game and have that full experience with the money I've paid, you know, for a collector's edition. So that's another example. Other things like the Kingdom Hearts limited editions and stuff. Japan, at least with the 2.8 limited edition, they got some bonuses and stuff, like some little art sort of fold out things and stuff. Whereas here we just get a pin that comes with it. Really disappointed with that. I could do a whole other video on Kingdom Hearts limited and special editions and stuff. And yeah, you know, this is something that I'm just trying to think of other things that I see this with. Drakengard is an example. You know, Drakengard 3 got a nice collector's edition and physical release in North America. Here in Australia, we just got a digital edition of the game, so we didn't get any collector's edition or so. I believe Europe or UK got a collector's edition, but because there was no physical release in the PAL region, they got a download code for the game in that edition, and I found that quite poor. They could have very easily just put the game on a CD, you know, for that edition at the least. So again, you know, this expands to many other editions that I can't think of at the time. And although I've said, like, you know, these are, although the games that come to my mind are games where there's like been more available in the NTSC regions, you know, it does go the opposite way where we do see Europe and I wouldn't say Australia. I guess we're a subset of the PAL region. You know, we generally get what Europe gets. In some cases it ends up being a combination of what America and Europe gets. Like I was saying with the Zelda, our limited edition has more than European edition, even though it's also a PAL region game, but we're getting some of the NTSC North American stuff. But it does go the other way where North America either get different or less than what we get, or they just don't get it at all. But yeah, anyways, everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to sort of hear what you think about that. Maybe some games that you were anticipating, sort of a special edition, you found that edition wasn't available to you. Just came into my head now, the The Last Story, Pandora's Tower, and Xenoblade Chronicles, the Operation Rainfall games, all their limited editions that were in Europe, and I believe US got their own version limited editions, which may have been different. We didn't get any of them in Australia. So that's another little last one I thought to mention. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below. And anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sharing and subscribing. And until next video, stay spot on.